Hi and welcome to Selfmade. Today we make a prop rifle from actual garbage, old Pringles can, old tin can, XXL surprise eggshell, and some plastic ice cream bowls, and a leftover cardboard plate, wooden plate, and yeah, here we go. First step is gluing the paper template onto some cardboard and then cut it out. Just like this. And now you take a pen, draw around it, and cut it out. For such holes, you need hole cutters like this for your drill, and I bet you don't own them. I own them, so I use them, but it's optional. You could also just drill some holes or glue some circuits on to make it look cooler. Come up with stuff, be creative. I like holes. And moving on. Now we got our basic shape for the stock and the middle of our rifle. And now, guess what? We clean and smooth out the edges with some sanding paper. That might take a few minutes. And here we are back again. I removed this tiny step right here, just felt weird. And now every edge is smoothed out. And we can continue. Now we need two of these circles, and they need to fit right in here tightly, like this. If they fall down, doesn't matter. So for the metric dudes around, it's the diameter is 73 millimeters. And you just transfer that on the wood. And then you jigsaw this out ×2 and you're set. Now I drilled a 3 millimeter hole, and what I do now is widen it up. To 5 millimeters. Perfect. That's really good actually. And now it's 5 millimeters. Now our M5 round bar goes right through it. And that's important. Guess why? For our next step. Now I drill the holes. I can still see where the center is. And now I just drill 2 holes or 1 hole in each of them, and they are ready for the next step. Now one of them goes through the other side of the wall from the inside, and the other one we have to mount right at the end. We just put 3 screws in it. Yeah, I'll just show you how. Here we go. What I did here is I took one of the few non-garbage parts, the M5 rod, made of steel by the way, and put a nut on 5 centimeters or 2 inches away from the end. And now we keep up one of them on it, stick it through. That's a hit. Damn, I gotta run today. A little streak. And the other one. You just get it to go beyond this little beard right there. Yeah, now I'm gonna drill it. A little bit. And right there. I got it. The first screw is already in. 2 millimeter drill. add some metal screws. Don't have wood screws, doesn't matter. And one here, and now one on top. I would actually drill one hole, put the screw in, and then drill the next hole. Don't drill them all at once, because they might shift, and then it's all screwed up. And that's what we got now. And the next step for me is I put these side parts on, aka the former ice cream cups. German spaghetti ice, best on earth. And for that, we need a hole in here, a hole in there. On this one, it's easy. It's already marked. On this one, you just still measure it across here, take the middle, and then half from here, 90 degrees, shift it, and to here, and just mark it and drill it. This is what we need, part of the M5. And now we go nuts through the first one, into the wooden one, out of the wooden one, and back into the other one. For the central hole in the can, we just use our ice cup lid. Just like that. And guess what? We need another piece of M5 round bar, about 22 centimeters. That's 220 millimeters. And here we go. Cup at the bottom, then our can, lid on top, closing with a nut, and this will go right in here. Next part we need is another circle of wood, and I just used the Pringles lid as a template. And to go totally to District 9, I had a great idea for the XXL surprise egg. We just put it right here on the side. Nice. And for the barrel, I just added this piece right here. Not sure if I keep it on, I will decide later. And now we just shove this on. Aluminum spacer, same spacer as in the can, 50 millimeter or 12 will do. And now that's what our barrel looks like. Yeah, I mean, not really too barrel-like, but you'll see. For the muzzle, we go Rick and Morty style and just add some dishes. Guess what? Yeah, our all-time favorites, the ice cream cuplets. That spacer is a bit too. That looks alright actually. Guess I stick with that. That's an old syringe tip or protective cap. They come like this, and I used some of them for something else, for injecting some glue. So I got these caps laying around, and this is the perfect top for our little barrel here. This is my highly modern front grip, and detaching it is a bit difficult. You take the barrel apart, Then you place it wherever you have a straight line, and then you just align it along the line so you can make sure it's perfectly straight. And then you take a pen and you mark 2 points where you put screws in, but from the other side. So this will be a 3mm hole, and then you flip it by 180 degrees and drill in 6mm holes. Press the screws right through it and screw in place. Let's see how that works out. And it is done. The final touches were actually simple. This up here is aluminum U-profile or U-section. You can also use a flat bar of aluminum steel, whatever you get laying around. And I added another tiny surprise eggshell right here. Looks a bit more District 9-ish. And the front grip looks awesome. It's a tiny spacer. Doesn't matter, you can even use a piece of wood just to even out the distance and make it sturdy. Does wobble a bit when you're carrying it, and that's the goal of it. 2 screws in the wooden body, and it's done. And now I put some paint on it, and that's it. And it's done. Some spacey orange on a white base coat gives you that nice little shiny orange. Same orange on the black gives you a nice golden tone. Some gold for the wooden discs if you want to put a foundation in, or some primer or filler. You can even out the cutting marks. The tanks look good, and if you want to put some decals on it or some writings, that will even increase the look even more. But overall, I'm pretty happy. The final touches are a tiny piece of brass as in a trigger, prop trigger, and I have glued in, should mention that, some hot glue on the threaded round bar. We'll make sure it will not shift and will stay in place. Same for the barrel. And do that, and you're all set in it. And that's it for today, guys. Hope you liked it. Now go make your own for Halloween. Be an astronaut, an alien, space ranger, whatever you want. And the next video will probably show how to make this bad boy shoot. I will modify it a bit, and we're gonna make it fire, actually, fire something. So I hope you stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.